All right, here we go. Lesson 10. All right, so we're going to do some review 2/1. Hopefully, you're starting to get a feel for the game. Playing on your own, play with robots, maybe trying to find a partner or a group of four. If you want some help, reach out to me. Um, Leave a message below or just reach out to me directly. OconBridgeClub@gmail.com or a YouTube channel or Facebook page, and we can try to get some stuff. But maybe if you want to start doing some additional lessons, or so try to tap into one of my beginner group online, to play a little whatever, but try to engage yourself with playing on your own, and ideally with a partner or a group of four, and have fun with it. But you definitely need to experiment and play. So just kind of an overview of where we are at. We're in lesson 10. Kind of the first few lessons we talked about basic opening bids, majors, minors, no trump, and we did Stayman and transfers. We introduced a little bit of defense at lesson 6, 7, and 8. We brought in one no trump forcing, which is a key component of this 2/1 bid, which is what we're going to review again today. One no trump forcing is when we've opened a major, okay, and partner has 6 to 11 points, and they don't have the major with us. Probably they don't have the other major. If they open up, so just kind of narrows it from a point range, and then we try to find out where to go from there at the two level. That bit's a little confusing. Um, so definitely review lessons 7 and 8 if you're having troubles with that one. But you kind of will. You'll have to have that come up a few times, and you're trying to land on your feet at the 2 level with 20-ish points um, between you and your partner. Lower 20s, you're trying to explore to maybe get the game. But then if you're 25 or more, you are trying to get the game, and either no trump or in a major, ideally. So anyway, and then 2/1 is when we are going to game. Okay, so um, as we talked about in lesson 9, there isn't all that many bids, unfortunately, that are the 2/1 bids. Um, the definition is the 2 level over the 1 level, all right, and it doesn't constitute a jump. Okay, so it really doesn't encompass that many bids. Really, only these 6 that I'm circling right now. Okay, um, so it has to be the next level up. So partners open, there's non-passed hands, either no, and there is an interference. Okay, so the opponents aren't bidding, and our partner hasn't passed, so we haven't passed already. So it's non-passed hands, a different suit, 2 level bid, because a 1, 2 of the same bid is like 6 to 9. That's the but of the same suit, different suit, a suit below the suit that was opened, and it's at the 2 level over the 1 level, and then from there it just is natural. We're based on that initial sequence. We're going to game. We think we can get game points. If the opponents get involved, we're gonna maybe mess with them. But we know we're going to get to game, and then it just goes natural. Partner tells us, we say our suit, it's 4 or more. Say I'm going to say we're responder, so our partner opened a spade. As responder, if I bid 2 diamonds, I've got 4 more diamonds and open a hand or better. And then we just go from there. Partner can rebid their spades if they have more spades. They have 4 hearts, they can bid hearts, they can support my diamonds. We just talk, try to find an 8-card major fit like we do all the time. And if we have one, we try to end up there in game. Maybe maybe even higher, but we're kind of focused on game for right now. And if we can't, we try to end up in no trump as long as we don't have a major, not major or minor blind spot in a certain suit. But in general, um, we have enough high card points that we think we can make 3 no trumps. So we're trying to end up an 8-card major fit or better, or 3 no trump. And then if all else fails, we might end up in 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. But we have committed to go to 3 no trump or higher, and that's the essence of a 2/1 bid. Um, and I think it's nice and clean. Partner, if I was going to open, I respond with an opening bid, and generally with the suit that I was going to bid. So as a responder, if I were to bid, for example, 2 hearts after partner's opening 1 spade bid, I have to have 5 hearts. So we've agreed that would be the only 5-card suit to promise. So if I bid diamonds, clubs, or diamonds, I don't have to have 5. I will have to have 4 because I would have 4-card suit somewhere. But if I bid hearts, I promise 5, so partner can only support with 3. So that's, and then we end up, like I said, we search for a 8-card major fit. If we have one, great. If we don't, we try to end up in 3 no trump. So let's bid some hands. Let's try to bid some hands. All right, there we go. Okay, so partners open a spade. And like I said, I try to think in the same mindset. I would have opened this hand of club. I've got enough high card points and my longest minor is clubs, so I'll just do 2 clubs with partner. I do have opening hand. Partner rebidding their spades, so they should have 6. Robots sometimes only have 5. We do have 3, which you kind of knew we had an 8-card fit there, but I wanted to identify. Partner didn't jump or do anything exciting, so we're just going to put it in 4 spades, and that's where it's going to end up. All right, so we found our 8-card major fit. Looks like got a couple losers and diamonds. I don't know why Robot's messing around with hearts there first, but they decided to. Well, they're missing the ace of trump. Okay, so they decided to do. So a lot of times when you are missing the ace of trump as declarer, you do something else first. That gets to be the way. So you pull trump unless you have a reason not to. And a lot of times when you're missing the ace of trump, you do have something else that you want to do. Looks like partner's going to go down 1. Oh, well. You don't ever go down, you're not bidding high enough. Okay, so to our right opened a spade, 5-card major, so they're promising 5 spades. So this hand has opening hand as well and 5 or more hearts. This hand is saying, hey, that's good with me. And they're messing around, the robots are, and going back to spades. So, okay. So they had an 8-card fit in spades and a 9-card fit in hearts. So I'd have just gone to 4 hearts here and been done with it, but they decided not to. All right. Sometimes that will happen, but you're obviously trying not to. All right, here we go. Next hand. So the first 2 were both 2/1 sequences. They committed to going to game. And here we go. Next hand. 7, 10, 14, pretty flat distribution. We do have 1 2-card suit, and we don't have enough for no trump. So we'll open this a diamond, our longest minor. And partner is just going to go to 3 no trump. So partner's denying a 4-card major here. They have 13 to 15 points, which I think that's what they show. Yeah, 13 to 15, no 4-card major. So they know we don't have an 8-card major fit. We opened a minor, so they just decided to go to game. All right. So they did have a 2/1 bid if they wanted to. They could have done 2 clubs. We still would have ended up in the same place. So they just jumped to it right there. I'm fine with that bid. I like the same thing. 1 no, 2 no, 3 no, depending on how many points I have. All of them deny a 4-card major. That's what we look for first. All right. 1 no trump to our left, 15 to 17 high card points, no singleton, no void. 2 clubs, that's the Stayman bid. That shows 8 or more high card points and a 4-card major. 2 diamonds denies. All right, so that's a critical bid. 2 diamonds, you don't have a 4-card major, so that's an artificial bid, and that's an artificial bid as well. So I talked about this in lesson 4. These just need to be memorized because they're not natural bids. So now this 2 no trump is now used to invite partner to ask if they're 15 to 17, and they're saying I'm low end. So that's why it's so critical that this hand does 2 diamonds to deny a 4-card major instead of 2 no trump. So try to remember that 2 diamonds denies, and then this hand has the option to show 8 or 9 is 2 no trump, or 3 no trump is 10 or more. They don't need to ask partner if they're high end or low end. Okay. All right. We'll go on to the next hand. So that's your Stayman review. turned out. And here's the next one. All right, partner is open to hearts. All right, so this is one of those exception hands, okay? In that the only way we can go and bid our club suit before our spade suit is if we have more 5 clubs and only 4 spades. So I can come back to the spades later. If I only had 4 clubs, I would not do a 2/1 bid here. I'd have to do the spades and show my points later because all 1 spade would show is 6 or more. This time I have longer clubs, so I can um, accurately describe my distribution, and this is how I'll do it. So now they know, if you look at that, it shows 5 clubs and 4 spades, 5 or more clubs, actually. Yeah, that's true, and 5 or more spades. And so we'll show that here. And they're actually saying they have 4 spades. So we might have a double fit again, but it usually works out better to play in a 4-4 than a 6-2 if that's what we have. But it's a 5-2. So there we go. We knew we had 8. Okay. So looks like we're missing some aces. 3 of them, as a matter of fact. But it looks like we'll still make our contract. Okay. So you can go past 4 spades if you have a longer suit to bid first. Other than that, just bid your 4-card suits up the line. You do not, I think this is critically important. A lot of people like to do 2 clubs to show a 2/1 bid, but I think you get to the wrong contract in your distribution. You're not forthright with your partner about your distribution. So I like that way better, as you can tell. All right, so we got a spade to our right. We'll pass. 1 no trump. Okay, so this is a 1 no trump forcing. All right. They don't have enough points to opening hands. So they have 6 to 11. Can be any kind of distribution. They usually aren't going to have spades with a partner. So this hand then goes back and bids their second longest suit, which is diamonds. And then this hand says, diamonds not so much. I do have 2 spades. A lot of times you will end up in a 7-card fit. And believe it or not, people, this is a much better place to be. So we only rebid another suit, like switch to hearts here, if we had 6 or more, because partner's not going to have many hearts. Okay. So this was a good contract, and it won't always work. There isn't any contract that's always going to work, but this is if you're going to have a doubleton, have a queen jack. That's kind of nice. All right. So you are going to end up in a 7-card fit, especially when you don't have many points and you want to end up in a 7-card fit in a major, if that's what you're going to end up in. So be prepared for that, and be prepared that it will get you a better score more often than you believe it will. 4, 7, 10, 13 high card points. Aceless, which I don't like so much, but we're still going to open it. So we're opening a longer minor. Partner has hearts. So partner has 6 or more points and 4 or more hearts. So we can only support with 4. So we're going to show partner we have 4 hearts and low end of our opening bid. So they must have opening hand as well. So they had a 2/1 points, opening hand versus opening hand, but they bid the heart because they didn't have a longer club suit, for example. Okay. So this is critical, 6 or more. Now this hand has to be responsible to show how many points they have, because my hand wouldn't know how many they have. All they've told us is 6 or more. So they just jumped a game to put in a game because they had opening count. The line we use there is the one who knows goes. So North knew that we both had opening hand. So they went ahead and jumped to game. All right. So that was opening hand versus opening hand, but it was a non-2/1 sequence. Okay. So be prepared. The partner will not know how many points you have. Okay, so this is a 2/1 sequence, 5 or more hearts, an opening hand. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. When you have 2 5-5s like this, even as responder, this would be the right way to do it, so they can bid diamonds the next time. 2 spades, so they just start, I don't know what to do. Now they're bidding their diamonds. 5 diamonds, 6 diamonds. All right, so there you have it. Okay, so that's how the responder was able to show both suits, bid the higher one and then come back to the lower. You do that with 5-5. Therefore, 4, it would be the opposite. They go diamonds first and then hearts. It would be the next time they would bid. So this is a 2/1 sequence. This hand knew that this hand had 5 hearts and really wasn't wild about the spades at all, obviously. And they ended up in 6 diamonds. Okay, so we had some plenty 2/1 sequences, a 1 note trump forcing, a Stayman. And again, if you're playing on BBO, the robots, you can hover over the bids. They'll give you explanations. They almost play exactly what I teach, so it should help to reinforce and think about what you would bid, and then kind of hover over and explain the different explanations. Especially important for different conventional bids, like your Stayman responses and transfers. You can just hover over each one when you're playing on a computer. Hover over each one, and it'll tell you what each bid is, how it'll be interpreted by the robot. Okay, so here we are through lesson 10. And next week, we'll go into chapter 16 for sure. I don't remember. I think it might be 16 through 18 or next lesson, whenever I get to it. That'll be lesson 11. And be sure to subscribe, like, and share uh, with other people that want to learn. Ask any questions below. You can reach out to me with questions that you have. And I hope you're enjoying the journey. It can be difficult. Recognize that you will make mistakes, and it's very tough, I guess, learning on your own. So try to reach out and find some other people. Reach out to me. We can try to get some people together and get you practicing and playing and enjoy it. The game has so much to it. Hopefully, we can get you to partner up with some people and have fun with it and enjoy. And we'll see you next time for lesson 11.